This year we're going to be making a jumbo for Christmas. So we've got the pan out here on the Blackstone, 36-inch Blackstone grill with the side burners and a big heavy stock pot. And I've got about 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds of chicken in there browning up. So we'll brown that up, and then obviously we'll go in with our sausage next and continue the process. All right, chicken is done. It's actually just rendered down a little bit. So I pulled it out and got the sausage in the same pan, trying to build some flavors. I'm adding some seasoning as we go along. I've got the Cosmo Q dry rub, Old Bay seasoning. I understand that's usually for fish, and most people are going to say that, but it's really good. It's got some good celery salt and stuff in it, and then I'm using some Cajun stock. All right, sausage is done and browned. Got some good flavor on that as well. So now I go in with my Trinity, which is onions, celeries, and peppers. A lot of recipes call for you to simmer these in chicken stock. I like to go ahead and saute them first, get them a little soft, and then I'll pull them actually. Actually, I'll take my vegetables out, build my roux, and then I'll put it all back in with chicken stock and just basically let it stew at that point. As you might have noticed, I had to switch pans to a bigger pan. That first one I had wasn't gonna work. All right, I've got my vegetables translucent. Now I'm gonna add back in the chicken and sausage and kind of stir it all together. And then once I do that, let that cook a little bit. Then I'll add my vegetable stock, and basically that's where I'm starting to build my stew. I've got to go in the house, make the roux real quick. That takes about an hour, so I'll just leave this on simmer while I make that roux. And then as soon as that roux is done, then I'll stir it all together, and then basically it's just finished cooking at that, marinating, if you will, at that point. All right, chicken stock's in. I went in with 2 bay leaves, some thyme. That's what you see sitting there on top is the thyme. And I added obviously more Cajun seasoning, more of my Cosmo Q honey chipotle, and more Old Bay. Again, I like that celery seed that it gives to it. I'll stir that up and go inside and make my roux. All right, I'm in the kitchen now making the roux. That takes about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. I do want to make a note that I am using an all-purpose gluten-free flour. So my son is gluten intolerant, so this way he can eat the gumbo as well. So I am using the gluten-free flour. From all the research I've ever done, it doesn't make a difference. So we'll see. It shouldn't affect it in any way, shape, or form. Texture, taste, all that good stuff. It should thicken up just fine. And I'm doing a cup and a half of oil, cup and a half. All right, the roux done. As you can tell, it looks like chocolate milk, and that's what we're looking for. All right, there's the finished product. It's all stirred together with the roux. So I'm just gonna let it simmer, probably for 30 minutes, and then we'll start cooking our rice, just white rice and poured over white rice. But it's a finished product. We'll season it a little bit more to taste.